Today we're going to make chicken pot pie. So this is all natural. A lot of stuff you buy in the supermarket's got preservatives and everything in there. So this is where we make it homemade. Well, first what you got to do is you prepare your ingredients. Here you got some chicken breast. You're going to dice this up. You're going to pre-boil it on the stove in a pot with chicken broth. Going to get your can of chicken broth, whatever kind you like. You're going to simmer the chicken in the chicken broth. Here I got 2 medium potatoes, about a stalk of celery, dice it up, and about a quarter of an onion, a little bit of onion. You boil that in another pot, simmer it. Here I have mixed vegetables, like a 16-ounce bag of mixed vegetables. Pre-boil that. Don't cook them all the way, just halfway. So what we're going to do first, we're going to have a bowl here. I got 3 tabs of butter in it. I'm going to add this is a 10-ounce can, 10.5-ounce can of cream of chicken soup. I'm going to put the cream of chicken soup in the bowl. Get this all out in a minute. And what I'm going to add to this is I'm going to add about 1/3 cup or half a can worth of half and half. I'm going to put the half and half in here. I'm going to add some chicken broth, about 1/3 cup of chicken broth from the chicken broth you use when you simmer the chicken. So you're going to put some of that chicken broth in here. I'm going to put some salt. I would say about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm just going to sprinkle some salt in here. I don't want to put too much in because there's salt inside that chicken broth. So I'm going to put a little salt, little pepper. So we got a little bit of salt and pepper in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my chicken. This is probably about 2 chicken breasts worth. Probably about, I would say about 3 cups. So I'm going to put that in. There's still some chicken broth in here, but we can't make it too watery. You got to make this like a cream type of thing. I'm going to mix this up a little bit. The half and half, the chicken, cream of chicken soup. You got your chicken, dice that up, probably about 2 breasts. Now I'm going to add my potatoes. 2 medium potatoes, some celery, and a little bit of onion. I'm going to put that all in here. Mix that up. Now I got my mixed vegetables. If you don't want certain vegetables in the mixed vegetables, then you got to add these separate per bag. This is about a 16-ounce bag of mixed vegetables. So I'll put them all in here. I'm going to mix this up good. It's already the consistency of being thick. So If you make this too watery, put too much chicken broth in here, it's going to be too watery. Then what you got to do, you got to add flour to this to thicken it up. But this is kind of thick as it starts.
Milk.
Half and half.
All right.
So we're not going to add no flour to this. But if it does be watery because you put too much chicken broth in here, or half and half, then add a little bit of flour in here. Probably about a tablespoon of flour. Before you add the vegetables. But this is nice and thick. See the consistency of this? It's nice and thick. Now what we got is we got our pie plate. You can spray some non-stick coating on the bottom of the pie plate. And I buy the pre-done pie crust. You can make these yourself in the box. But when you buy them with that they're pre-done pie crust, 2 crusts in here. You got one here and you got one for the top. They're a little bit more easier to do it that way. So now I got my pie plate. This is probably about a 9-inch or so pie plate. Pie crust is rolled out. I'm going to put all my ingredients in here. Let's roll it out. See, that's perfect. Perfect filling. Now I got my other pie crust here already rolled out on the board. When you take these out of the box, you may have to roll them out a little bit more. I'm going to lay this on top. See, I rolled this out so it's a little bit more over the edges. Then the other one is rolled out here over the edge. You could roll this out a little bit more. Get a fork. And just do the edges of the fork around to seal it from the top and the bottom. And then you can trim. You can trim this excess off of here, around the edge. So you probably didn't have to roll this out. I rolled it out a little bit with a rolling pin. Make sure it covered the top, but just got a little extra. Just take the edges off of this. Okay, you got the edges off. It's all sealed. What you're going to do is you put a couple little holes in the top of this. A couple little slits to let the air out when you're cooking it. As this is simmering in here, you're going to let the excess air that's trapped in there out. The oven set at 425. You're going to bake this for like 45 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Depending on your oven, what you want to do is make this as golden brown. All the vegetables and the chicken and everything is pre-cooked. So what you're doing is just heating it up and browning the crust when you do this. So we're going to bake this, and then I'll take it out and we'll show you the results after it's done. Chicken pot pie, homemade. Okay, it's all finished. 45 minutes, 425 degree oven. Let it cool for about 10-15 minutes before you cut it. The pie plate, scooper it. Now it's going to be messy when you take this out of here. You can make them in individual servings in a little individual pie plates. So this is still too hot. But just go around here again and scoop out the filling. Put it on the side. I should have let it cool a little bit more. So there you go. Homemade chicken pot pie. No preservatives in it. It's a little messy, but it's good. Just take a little pie crust and a little bit of the filling. Enjoy this. I'll put the ingredients in the descriptions.